Welcome back to another episode of Entailing Tales, where we talk about interesting and influential tales and legacies of figures, places who have shaped our world. Today, we're going to take a deep look at the life and legacy of one of the most polarizing figures in modern history, Donald Trump. We're going to focus on the aspects of his life that many overlook or underappreciate. From his rise in business to his achievements in politics, his impact on global diplomacy, and his lasting influence on American culture. Whether you love him or loathe him, his influence is undeniable. And today we're going to explore how he shaped the world in positive ways. Let's get into the episode. Hey, hello, bonjour. Welcome to Entailing Tales with Sush. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946 in Queens, New York, to Fred Trump, a successful real estate developer, and his wife, Mary McLeod Trump. Raised in a middle-class family, Donald was the fourth of 5 children, and from the very beginning, it was clear that he had a strong desire to rise above mediocrity. Fred Trump, his father, was a formidable businessman, and his work in affordable housing laid the foundation for much of what Donald would later build. But Donald didn't want to simply follow in his father's footsteps. He wanted to blaze his own trail. From an early age, Donald showed a competitive spirit. He was sent to the New York Military Academy at age 13, which was a turning point for him. The disciplined environment helped shape his personality, teaching him leadership, responsibility, and how to deal with challenges head-on. After high school, Trump attended Fordham University for 2 years before transferring to the prestigious Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. There, he studied economics and finance, gaining the skills he would later use in his real estate empire. He graduated in 1968 with a degree in economics. From the beginning, Donald Trump was always clear about one thing. He wanted to build an empire, and his education provided the tools to make that ambition a reality. In 1971, at the age of 25, Donald Trump took control of his father's real estate business, which was later rebranded as the Trump Organization. At the time, Fred Trump's company was focused mainly on building affordable housing, but Donald saw an opportunity to elevate the brand and take it in a different direction. One of his first major successes came in the 1980s with the construction of Trump Tower, a 68-story skyscraper located in the heart of Manhattan. This project was not just a real estate development. It was an early example of how Donald Trump understood the power of branding. Trump Tower wasn't just another office building. It was a luxurious residence and a retail space with a unique marble atrium that screamed exclusivity and wealth. By making his name synonymous with luxury and success, he set himself apart from other developers. Trump's business ventures extended beyond real estate. He expanded into casinos, luxury hotels, and golf courses, each of which became part of the Trump brand. The Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, the Mar-a-Lago Resort in Florida, and various golf courses around the world became staples of the Trump business empire. His boldness and ability to leverage his name made him one of the most well-known businessmen in America and eventually the world. Now, business was not without risk. Trump faced multiple bankruptcies, particularly in his casino ventures, but he weathered those financial storms, often emerging stronger on the other side. His ability to rebound from setbacks is a testament to his resilience, which became a hallmark of his business philosophy. Moreover, Trump had an intuitive understanding of the media. He wasn't just selling real estate, he was selling an image, a lifestyle, and a vision. His business acumen, combined with his larger-than-life personality, led to one of the most successful personal brands in the world. His television show, The Apprentice, brought him into living rooms across the nation, further solidifying his place in the cultural zeitgeist. We can't talk about Trump's influence without discussing his unique relationship with the media. His brand wasn't just built through real estate, it was built through his very public persona. From the 1980s onward, Trump became a media magnet. His face appeared regularly in tabloids, and he was often the subject of gossip columns. Whether it was about his business ventures or his personal life, Trump was always in the news. And rather than shy away from the spotlight, Trump embraced it. He understood that the media, whether positive or negative, could be used to his advantage. By feeding the media cycle with his bold statements, larger-than-life persona, and controversial opinions, Trump kept himself relevant. One of the most significant ways he used the media was through his role as the host of The Apprentice, a reality show that ran for over a decade. The show, which premiered in 2004, made Trump a household name, not just as a businessman, but as a charismatic leader and entrepreneur. The catchphrase, "You're fired," became iconic, and Trump's no-nonsense style resonated with millions of viewers, many of whom admired his directness and tough love approach. Trump's ability to maintain his image as a successful businessman while navigating the media spotlight was one of the keys to his enduring popularity. His media strategy, combined with his business achievements, made him an inescapable figure in American pop culture. In 2015, Trump did the unthinkable. He announced his candidacy for President of the United States. Coming from a business background with no political experience, many were skeptical. But what followed was one of the most surprising and unconventional presidential campaigns in history. Donald Trump's appeal as a political candidate was rooted in his image as an outsider, someone who wasn't part of the entrenched political establishment. His slogan, "Make America Great Again," resonated with millions of Americans who felt disillusioned with traditional politicians. Trump promised to challenge the status quo and put America first, a message that struck a chord with voters, particularly those in rural and working-class communities. When Trump won the 2016 election, he proved that his brand of politics wasn't just a passing fad. It was a real force in American politics. His presidency, while deeply polarizing, brought about several key accomplishments that are often overlooked by critics. Let's take a closer look at some of those. Economic growth. One of the major accomplishments of Trump's presidency was the economy. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, the US economy was booming. Unemployment reached record lows, particularly among African American and Hispanic communities, and the stock market hit all-time highs. Trump's tax reform bill, which lowered corporate tax rates, was designed to spur business growth and create jobs. While the effects of this are debated, many argue that his policies helped create a thriving economy for several years. Criminal justice reform. Trump signed the First Step Act into law, a landmark piece of bipartisan legislation that aimed to reform the criminal justice system. The law focused on reducing mandatory minimum sentences for non-violent offenders and improving rehabilitation efforts. This was widely praised as a step in the right direction, especially by those advocating for criminal justice reform. Foreign policy. Trump's foreign policy was also a significant part of his legacy. He renegotiated NAFTA into the USMCA, United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, sought to reduce America's involvement in overseas conflicts, and brokered historic peace agreements in the Middle East with the Abraham Accords, normalizing relations between Israel and several Arab nations. America First. Trump's America First approach to trade and immigration was controversial but had its supporters. His stance on trade, including tariffs on China, aimed to protect American workers and reduce trade imbalances. His zero-tolerance immigration policy, while divisive, aimed to tighten borders and ensure national security. Despite the controversies that surrounded his presidency, such as the handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and his 2 impeachment trials, Trump's presidency was marked by significant achievements in domestic policy, foreign relations, and economic performance. His impact on the political landscape is undeniable, and he has reshaped the Republican Party for the future. Beyond his business and political career, Donald Trump's cultural impact is profound. His rise to fame, his time in office, and his larger-than-life persona have shaped the way Americans think about leadership, success, and media. Trump redefined what is meant to be a celebrity in the political world. He didn't just build a brand through real estate. He built a personal brand that transcended industries. His name became synonymous with power, wealth, and success. And while many argue that his rhetoric and style are divisive, others see him as a champion of free speech, unafraid to speak his mind, no matter the consequences. His presence in pop culture remains strong, with reference to him appearing in films, TV shows, and books. The Trump brand, whether it's his golf courses, hotels, or his MAGA movement, continues to shape American culture even after his presidency. When we think of Donald Trump, it's easy to focus on his public persona, his brashness, his unorthodox approach to politics, his larger-than-life presence. But there's another side to him, shaped by his personal values and experience. Throughout his life, Trump has often talked about the importance of winning, of achieving success, and of resilience. His personal philosophy is one of relentless pursuit of success and self-belief. He has often said that his greatest strength is his confidence and his ability to move forward even in the face of failure. Trump has also demonstrated a fierce loyalty to those close to him. His family, his friends, and his supporters often speak about his commitment to those he cares about. Loyalty and respect for one's family, in particular, seem to be values that run deep in his personal life. While Trump's political style may seem combative, his personal life reveals a man who deeply values relationships and believes in standing by his loved ones through thick and thin. Lastly, let's not forget his sense of humor. He often jokes about his public persona and the way the media portrays him. His sense of humor, while sometimes abrasive, is part of what has allowed him to navigate the highs and lows of his life. As we look to the future, it's clear that Trump's legacy, positive or negative, will continue to influence American politics, media, and business. Whether he is the American president or takes on a different role in the public sphere, his impact on the cultural and political landscape is something that cannot be ignored. Trump's confidence, self-assurance, and often combative style, whether they were rally cries for his supporters or the subject of criticism, they played a central role in shaping his public persona. His ability to adapt, to overcome challenges, and to influence the media, business, and politics is truly remarkable. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Entailing Tales. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow, leave a review, and share it with your friends. I would love to hear your thoughts. So feel free to connect with me on Instagram or via mail. Until next time, this is Sush signing off.